Hi guys, thank you so much for being here and I really do hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be looking at one of these chaps, Urtica dioica. That common name is stinging nettles. No doubt you don't need any identification on this because due to being repeatedly stung as a child, you will know it off by heart. If you do need some identification, check out the internet. There's lots of great resources that will show you exactly what to look for when looking for a stinging nettle. One of the reasons why these bad boys are so dangerous are due to tiny little spikes called trichomes that go all the way up the stem of the plant and also onto the leaves, and they inject you with histamine, which causes you to come out in a rash. It's also not very nice, hurts quite a lot. When you get past their protective structures, they're actually full of nutrients. They're really high in magnesium, really high in calcium, and they're also high in iron. There are also other vitamins as well, I think vitamin A and vitamin B6. But you need to make it into a tea in order to get that nutrient out of the leaves. And we are at the sort of beginning of winter, end of autumn here in the UK, and young specimens are becoming very difficult to find. So this isn't the best specimen in the world, but it will certainly do. So in order to get this to a stage where we can pick it, there are a few ways to do that. If you're brave of heart, you can grab the stem and pull upwards, and apparently that breaks all the trichomes without them going into your finger. Now, I don't have the testicular fortitude to try that right now because I don't fancy being stung a lot. But I've seen people do it with confidence and get very stung. So what I'm going to recommend is that you take out your trusty knife and simply shave a patch of the trichomes away. And this is going to be where you're going to pick the nettle up very shortly. And the other thing that I'd recommend that you've probably noticed that I'm wearing are a pair of protective gloves. So I'm simply shaving a nettle. It's on my bucket list of things to do and I'm doing it, check me out. So once you've shaved a patch big enough for your fingers to grasp, simply break the nettle. They're not too hardy. This one is a bit hardier, so I'm going to just cut it. And you have the nettle there ready to go. I'll meet you back at camp where we'll process this into a lovely tea. Okay, so once back at camp, the next thing you need to do is get a fire going and just add a bit more fuel to this. And once your fire's going, you simply take your nettle and you're just going to run it over the top to blanch all of the trichomes, because obviously cutting away the trichomes is going to be pretty difficult if you were to use a knife to try and get all the trichomes off the leaves, but running it over a fire, the heat will destroy the trichomes so that it's safe to drink. Because the last thing you want, believe you me, are trichomes in your throat. That stinging sensation that you love your nettles for, yep, that in your throat is not fun. But you need to just be careful and just make sure that you're not burning too much the actual leaf, because that's where the nutrients is that we're looking for. So we just get them to sort of a mild wilting stage. I think we're almost there now. So the next thing to do is to take a pot of water, sit it on top of your fire. You're just going to strip the leaves with your fingers, simply pulling them up like this. Now we've got lots of leaves there. Those leaves simply go into the water Stem can be discarded. Bring the water to boil, and once it's boiled, take it off the boil and let the nettles stew, or steep, I think is the technical term, not stew. And once your nettles have steeped, they're ready to drink. So I'll come back when the water's boiled. I think that should be cool enough now. I'm going to pour the water from the pot into my cup, which is also kind of the lid of my pot, and leave the steeped leaves just in the bottom of there because I don't have a strainer. I mean, there's no reason you can't eat them. It's just I'm choosing not to, because I'd rather just drink fluid rather than having floating bits in there. Oh, it looks great. It's a nice kind of mild green colour. Smells fantastic. It actually smells vitalising, if that's the right way to say it. Don't know if something could smell vitalising, but it does. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, get some of that in you. Something to warm you up while you're out and about this winter, if you can find some nettles. And it'll help boost your body's stores of vitamins and minerals. Cheers. Until the next video, take care guys.